Okay, so as I mentioned in my last video about the job market, I don't think that all these people applying to jobs and, not getting anywhere, it really has anything to do with them. But let's talk about the job application process for cybersecurity. When you apply for a job, for a cyber role or an IT role, and I guess this really applies to any position as it is. When you see a job description, say on LinkedIn or anywhere else, first of all, I never, ever, ever apply for anything through LinkedIn. In my opinion, their subscription cost has something to do with whether or not or how well you are submitted to the company for the application process. So I never do it through theirs. I track down the company's actual careers website and I apply through their careers website. Okay, so number one, I go directly to the source of the job posting. You may have to do some digging to find that at times. Number two, you want to optimize your resume for that specific job. So look at the job description. It has a set of requirements. Now, some of you people may know all these tips, but I want to give them to you anyway, just in case. I've been doing this a long time, and like I've said before, I've been in cybersecurity for 30 years, and I've had little trouble when I've looked for a job finding positions, and it has a lot to do with, my experience, my knowledge, but also has to do with how I go about the process. So I use the job description and the job requirements as a guide to tailor my resume for each specific job. When I do that, I save that copy of that job description by name for the position and the company. So I have a file in my computer with each and every company and job position that I've applied for, right? That way you can go back and look at it. You can see what you said, and because they're going to ask you questions about it, okay? Number two, when you create a resume and you submit them, most companies now use something called an ATS, Applicant Tracking System. It is generally an AI-based system these days. So that system uses keywords to match your resume to their job description, right? It will look at your resume and it will look for different keywords based on the job description that they listed on the website and match you up. So that's why I tailor my resumes to their specific job description using the requirements. I also use an ATS-friendly resume format. So this is one of the things that I've heard of a lot with people. Some people use those Word templates to create your resume. Don't ever do that. Those really fancy ones that like put your picture on it or have some kind of designs on it. Look up like Google or something like that, ATS friendly resume format, and use that for your resume. Because the systems that absorb your resume, they pull it in and they pull the information off of it and review it, have to be able to review the resume. So they have to be able to look at it line by line by line and pull the information off of it. And if you don't use an ATS-friendly resume format, it can't do that. When it sees things with like pictures and really cool designs, it doesn't know what to do with it. And it just kicks your resume out and you don't get viewed. You won't get a submission. So that's important. That's extremely important, okay? Then when you get to once you get the call back, it's important that you review that job posting and you study up on the position, and you need to be prepared for their questions, their technical questions and their behavioral questions. Things like, tell me about yourself, or You know, what have you done in this kind of position? Look up questions that they might ask you in those kind of interviews, and be ready to have answers for them. You're going to have technical interviews that are really grueling. You need to be prepared for them, okay? And the other thing is, always have a few questions to ask them. You know, what's this position like on a day-to-day basis? What do you see me doing or what skills do I have that is going to make me highly effective at this position? Things like that. It's really important that you engage and ask questions of them. It makes you just look that much better, okay? So that's the interview process for a technical interview, or that's the job application process for a cybersecurity and technical position.